Maya had forgotten her phone at home and returned to grab it before her afternoon client meeting. The house was supposed to be empty. David was at work, or so she thought. The sound of laughter from their bedroom made her pause at the bottom of the stairs. Her sister's laughter. Maya climbed the stairs on silent feet, her heart hammering. The bedroom door was cracked open just enough to reveal everything she'd never wanted to see. David's hands tangled in Lisa's blonde hair, Lisa's legs wrapped around David's waist, both of them lost in passion that Maya hadn't seen in her own marriage for months. She backed away quietly, grabbed her phone and left without making a sound. For 3 days, she said nothing. Smiled when David kissed her goodbye, made small talk over dinner, pretended not to notice when Lisa called during their evening TV time. She was planning. "I need your help," she told Jake Morrison on Thursday afternoon, sitting across from him in a coffee shop downtown. Jake was a freelance photographer, tall and lean with ink-stained fingers and storm-grey eyes. He'd been dating Lisa for 2 years, long enough to talk about moving in together. Maya slid her phone across the table. The photos she'd taken yesterday were clear and devastating. David and Lisa leaving a hotel downtown, hands intertwined, Lisa wearing the silk scarf Maya had given her for Christmas. Jake's face went white. "How long?" "I don't know. I just found out Monday." Maya kept her voice steady. "I'm sorry, Jake." "Yeah, it hurts." He handed the phone back with shaking hands. "So what now?" "Something better than confrontation." Maya leaned forward. "I want to make them pay, both of them. I want them humiliated." "What did you have in mind?" "Lisa's engagement party is Saturday. 200 guests, including family, David's colleagues, and half the social media influencers in the city. She's been planning it for months." "The party she hired you to plan," Jake said, understanding dawning. "The party I have complete control over. Vendors, timing, guest list, entertainment." Maya's smile was sharp. "What if we gave the guests a show they'd never forget?" Jake's answering grin was wicked. "I'm listening." They planned with methodical precision. Maya had access to everything, the venue's AV system, the photographer schedules, the timeline. Jake had the technical skills and the perfect photos. "You're diabolical," Jake said admiringly. "Remind me never to cross you." "You're not exactly innocent." That projector idea was genius. They met twice more that week, ostensibly finalizing details, but really because neither wanted to face their betrayal alone. Jake was funny in a dry way, making observations that had Maya laughing despite everything. "They use the same 3 restaurants," he said, showing her surveillance photos. "Same corner tables. It's like they want to get caught." "Maybe they're just not as smart as they think," Maya laughed, surprising them both. "I can't remember the last time David made me laugh. Lisa hasn't made me laugh in months. Everything became about her image, her career. I felt like a prop. David stopped seeing me entirely. I became the wife appliance, there when needed, invisible otherwise." They looked at each other, recognizing shared understanding. They'd both been taken for granted, treated as supporting characters. "After Saturday," Jake said quietly, "what happens to us?" The question caught Maya off guard. "I don't know. I just know that for the first time in months, I feel like myself again." "I see you," Jake said, his voice rough. "I see how brilliant you are, how strong." Maya felt heat bloom in her chest. "Jake, I know it's complicated, but this isn't just about revenge, not for me." Saturday evening arrived crisp and clear. The venue glittered with fairy lights and expensive flowers, 200 guests mingling with champagne. Maya moved through the crowd like a gracious hostess, checking details, managing vendors. Only Jake knew the truth. She caught his eye as he adjusted camera equipment, and his nod told her everything was ready. At 8 p.m., the lights dimmed for Lisa's engagement speech. She stood radiant in her designer dress, David beside her looking proud. "Thank you all for being here," Lisa began. "This party means everything to me, especially having my family here." She smiled at Maya, who smiled back with practiced warmth. "Love is beautiful, finding someone who sees you, who chooses you." As Lisa spoke about love and loyalty, the screens around the room began showing something else. Jake's photographs of Lisa and David in their secret meetings, kissing in restaurants, holding hands in hotels, tangled together in David's car. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Phones came out. Lisa's voice faltered as she noticed people weren't looking at her. They were looking at the screens behind her. She turned, saw the photos, and went white. "What the hell?" David started, but his voice was drowned by 200 people witnessing spectacular public humiliation. Maya stood at the back, watching her revenge unfold with perfect precision. But as she watched Lisa's face crumble, watched David's mask shatter into panic, Maya felt something unexpected. Emptiness. A warm hand touched her shoulder. Jake appeared beside her. "Come on," he said quietly. "Let's get out of here." They slipped out through the kitchen into the cool night air. "That went exactly as planned," Jake said. "Yeah. Perfect." Maya's voice was flat. "You don't sound happy." Maya stopped walking. "I thought it would feel better. I thought it would fix something. And it didn't. It just ended things, which was the point, but—" She struggled for words. Jake stepped closer. "Maya, look at me." His eyes held understanding, no judgment. "Revenge isn't supposed to fix anything," he said softly. "It's supposed to make them face consequences," which they just did. "I feel like I became someone I don't recognize, someone who destroys instead of builds." "Hey." Jake's thumbs brushed her cheekbones, and Maya realized she was crying. "You didn't destroy anything that wasn't already broken." "I know that logically, but knowing and feeling are different." Jake pulled her closer. "Give yourself time to grieve. The marriage you thought you had, the sister you thought you knew." Maya looked up at him. "When did you become so wise?" "About 20 minutes ago, when I realized watching them suffer didn't make me feel better. It just made me grateful I found someone worth building a future with instead of planning destruction." Maya felt her breath catch. "Jake, I know it's too soon, but working with you has been the brightest part of the worst month of my life." "Mine too. So what do we do now?" Maya considered, looking into eyes that held no expectations, just honest affection. "Now we figure out who we are when we're not defined by what others did to us," she said. "We heal, and maybe see if what we built was about revenge or something more." Jake's smile was genuine, completely different from David's practiced charm. "I'd like that." "Good." Maya rose up to kiss his cheek gently. "I have a feeling we're going to be very good at building something beautiful together." As they walked to his car, Maya felt hope for the first time in months, not for revenge or justice, but for love that saw her clearly and chose her freely. Behind them, Lisa's party continued its spectacular implosion. But Maya was moving towards something better, hand in hand with someone who'd helped her remember she deserved more than scraps of attention. The revenge had been perfect, but the real victory was walking away with someone who valued her enough to help her heal, instead of just helping her hurt. Some endings were really just beginnings in disguise,